Downtown Houston. Downtown San Antonio. It's going down. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We're in San Antonio. I got a buddy of mine that scooped me up and helped me escape from the hotel room.
What you guys doing?
My buddy Jorge over here. He's like, I got to get you out of that hotel.
Yeah.
He's taking me downtown to see
The Riverwalk and the Alamo.
and we're going to check on the basement. For those of you that don't know about the basement reference at the Alamo, you're either too old or too young.
I didn't know. I just learned. So
We'll talk more of that later. But where are we going first? What are we doing?
downstairs.
Oh, we got to go that way?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So we're in the parking garage right now. Very beautiful parking garage, San Antonio. So here we go. All right, so here we are on a bridge above the river. All the restaurants and stuff. The weather is pretty good. It's not raining.
It's not blazing hot.
Yeah. Beautiful day. What's today? Today's Thursday?
Thursday.
Yeah, so this is downtown San Antonio. We're going to go down here now. And me and my buddy Jorge, we're going to get on a gondola ride. And it's a romance ride, I heard?
Yeah, sure.
Romantic. I can't wait. So excited. Where are we at right now?
We are somewhere. Oh no, we're here.
No. The red, where's the red dot at? I don't see, oh, no, this can't, no.
No.
There's no red dot, unless we're blind. What road are we on? Convention Center? I don't know where we are. Somebody help, someone comment below.
Yeah.
No idea where we are here. We're in front of the CVS. Oh, well, we'll figure it out.
Please keep everything inside handrails. No leaning over the handrails. No tobacco products. They've been banned from Riverwalk by city
Go on the
ordinance.
boat.
However, masks are highly recommended. Hey, we do have enough life jackets on board for everybody should we need them. However, our record has shown we've never needed them. Please no talking on your cell phones during the tour today. I respect other guests. And if y'all talk, please talk very, very quietly. Again, I respect for the guests. Y'all have any questions, please keep them to yourself. Feel free to ask at any time. Beginning the tour here, going around on my left here is La Villita, the little village, originally housing for Spanish soldiers in 1718. The Little Rhine Haus and the Fig Tree Restaurant here, both of these were homes of early German settlers in the 1850s. Today, La Villita, right up behind these two restaurants, is a little village of arts and craft shops open to the public. About 30 of them. Nice, quiet, quaint little village. Open Friday, Saturday, and Sundays from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. In front of us here is the Arneson River Theater. The stage on my right here was in the movie Miss Congeniality starring Sandra Bullock. And above the stage here, 5 very important bronze bells. These 5 bronze bells above the stage here are for the first 5 Taco Bells in San Antonio. Well, maybe not. Got the look. Yeehaw. Now about the 5 missions on our missions trail. There we go. 5 bronze bells, 5 Spanish missions, and a partridge and a pear. Well, never mind. We have a beautiful missions trail in San Antonio, 10 to 12 miles long. You can hike it, bicycle it, drive it, see all 5 of them. 4 of them still have mass on a regular basis. On the right side of the boat here is some Texas Longhorn cattle. They sent from the Briscoe Western Art Museum. Originally San Antonio City Public Library from 1930 to 1968. Inside the Western Museum here, you'll find paintings, sculptures, saddles, spurs, Santana's sword, and Pancho Villa's last known saddle. Yeehaw! In front of us here is a very, very low-lying bridge. Again, please remain seated. You stand them up, you get a big headache. Coming out underneath the bridge here, we'll be surrounded by beautiful cypress trees. They're all along the river walk, many of which are well over 200, even 300 years old. And on the right side of the boat here is a small island with a black metal sculpture on it. This island here is made up of the roots of this beautiful cypress tree. The black metal sculpture here is called Father Massenet's table, put on the island in 1991, in remembrance of the mass he did on the river in 1691. We call this Marriage Island. About 360 weddings a year take place on the island. Right above us here is the Novato Street Bridge. It goes right over the old mill crossing. In the 1800s, we did not have grocery stores, so if you had grain that needed to be ground into flour, you'd bring it here to the Nat Lewis mill, and they would do that for you. Straight down the river here, no, it's not a church steeple, it's the Bexar County Courthouse. Opened in 1896, oldest continuously operating courthouse in Texas. High to my left here with the flag flying beautifully above it is the Tower Life building. Opened in 1929, 30 stories, 404 feet high. It's only octagon or 8-sided high-rise in the United States of America. At the top, picking up from the roof, are what we call gargoyles. Gargoyles are either humans or animals. They're part of the roof drainage system. Water runs off the roof, out the mouths of the gargoyles, and falls into a water filtration system. Below the windows here, you see these faces. You might say they look gross. It's because they're called grotesque, and the window trim is done in the neo-Gothic architectural form. Y'all remember the Ghostbusters movie? Yeah, it's not the Ghostbusters. It's in New York City, baby. Yeah. Cha-ching. One for the butter. Coming out underneath the bridge here on my right is the International Commerce Building from 1868 to 1998. This was San Antonio's City Public Library. It now houses offices for the governments of the United States, Canada, and Mexico. The archway in front of us here is floodgate number 4, which is below the water here. As we go through the archway, you'll see the markings of the floodgate on my right and on my left. The San Antonio River naturally flows through this floodgate to my left for 138 miles, where it joins the Guadalupe River for 10 and flows out into the Gulf of Mexico. So for safety purposes now, I'll be honking my horn. Toot, toot. Down the river to my left here is floodgate number 5. It's closed, maintains the levels of water in our park. You look back there, if it looks like a drop-off, it is. About a 15 to 20-foot drop-off. That's why me and my boat are going this way. And we just came out of what is called the River Bend area in 1921. They had a very serious flood in the River Bend area, claimed at least 50 lives that we know of, and millions of dollars in property damage. So between 1926 and 29, they dug out this man-made portion of the river here called the Flood Bypass Control Channel. Only deep part of the river, 15 to 20 feet deep. And they put in floodgates 3, 4, and 5. So now if it's a potential flood, they'll close floodgates 3 and 4 to the River Bend area, open floodgate 5 behind us. The water comes rushing through here, burying the River Bend area. Huge cypress tree, about 9 stories tall, estimated to be between 300 and 400 years old. However, as the story goes, back in 1835, a Spanish soldier, sniper, climbed this tree, shot a Texan soldier named Ben Milam, been called the Ben Milam tree ever since. Right above us here is floodgate number 3, pocket door style gate, weighs 3 tons, 6,000 pounds, 15 minutes to lower, 15 minutes to raise. So we just left the man-made flood bypass control channel, 15 to 20 feet deep. We've re-entered the river bend area. We're now back in the natural flow of the San Antonio River, where for most parts of the river, just 3 to 5 feet deep. On my right side here, it says the Esquire. This is the oldest tavern on the Riverwalk. It opened up back in 1933, the very day, the very minute that they lifted Prohibition. 10 minutes earlier, they'd all gone to jail. 10 minutes earlier, it's a barber shop. Yeah, right. Rumor has it they sold their last illegal drink at 11:59 p.m. Sold their first legal drink at 12:01 a.m. December the 5th, 1933. Coming out underneath the bridge here on my right side, the Aztec Theater. Opened in 1926 as a silent movie theater. Builders wanted to give moviegoers a larger-than-life experience, so they gave it the Aztec theme. Today it's the only Aztec-themed theater in Texas. Above the theater here at the top, some folks claim that this is an Aztec goddess. Other folks claim this is Lady Gaga. And in front of us here is the Robert Hugman Bridge, completed back in 1941. However, we like to call this our Selena Bridge. Back in 1997, they produced the Selena movie here. Jennifer Lopez was the star. This bridge and Jennifer were in the movie. When they completed the movie, the bridge stayed. Jennifer and her money left. Hey, if you would like one of the best pictures on the Riverwalk, you may turn around and you may take a picture of me and the Selena Bridge. Y'all can just call me Humble Dave. On my left here is the Omni La Mansión del Rio Hotel. Back in 1853, this was St. Mary's all-boys school. It evolved into the St. Mary's School of Law. The outfit of the camp moved to the west part of San Antonio. This opened as a hotel in 1968, and the foyer of this hotel is part of the original 1853 structure. Be ready immediately when we come out from underneath this bridge here. You're going to look straight up and to my left, straight up and to my left, and an optical illusion. As soon as we come out underneath the bridge, at what appears to be the freestanding wall. This was the Nick's Hospital, opened in 1930 in San Antonio, Antonio's very first full-service hospital. First hospital in the United States of America to have central air conditioning. Directly in front of the boat here is the Hyatt Regency Hotel, opened in 1981. However, before they could begin construction and to do shadow testing, they did not want to cast a shadow in the Alamo at sunset. So after the testing was done, they limited this hotel to 16 stories. So now if the sun is shining, it sits daily on the sacred Alamo. And coming around the bend on my left here, above the glass doors of the Hyatt Regency Hotel, you're going to notice that it says the Shops of Paseo del Alamo, which means passageway to the Alamo. This is a beautiful atrium with waterfalls, fountain streams, and plants. You go straight through this atrium, right across the street, takes you directly to Alamo Square and the Alamo Museum. Yeah, we're about 70 yards from the Alamo. Coming out underneath the bridge here on my right side, 6-story red brick building here. This is the Casino Club, opened in 1927 as a private club built by the German business community. Today, the bottom 2 floors here house restaurants and shops. The top 4 floors are apartments, And you're more than welcome to rent one if you don't mind being on a 6-year waiting list. And this part of the river here is called River Square, renovated in 1972. Here we have a variety of restaurants that offer inside and riverside dining. All along the river here we have lots of ducks, lots and lots of ducks. They're here year round and they eat lots and lots of food. But that's okay, folks. Everything they eat, we put it on their bill. And my wife too is waiting for me to grow up. But if I do, I get old. Yeehaw! On the right side of the boat here is a circular balcony. As you go by the balcony, you'll see the name Robert Hugman. He was the architect of the Riverwalk, the first one to have an office on my right side at the completion of the park in 1941. His plans for the Riverwalk were approved in 1929. However, that was the year the stock market crashed, so construction did not begin on the Riverwalk until 1939, completed in 1941. And here on my right side, incoming. On my right side with the colorful umbrellas is Casa Rio. I'll talk about them in a little while. He did that on purpose. That son of a gun. Looks at it. Go! Okay, let's talk about Casa Rio with the colorful umbrellas. Casa Rio was the first restaurant on the river back in 1946, and back then they gave their customers boat rides. When we came underneath the bridge back there, we left the natural flow of the San Antonio River. Again, it's a natural river, not man-made. And the Riverwalk is built around the natural flow of the San Antonio River. And we entered what we are in now. It's called the man-made extension. This is man-made. It was made back in the 1960s to accommodate the 1968 Hemet Fair World's Fair. They used this extension in 1968 to boat people back and forth between the Riverwalk and the fairgrounds, and now we've used extension for our boat tours. High in the sky up here with red letters says Marriott. Back in 1985, before they could begin construction on this hotel, they had to move the hotel that sat there. The hotel that sat there was the Fairmont Hotel. It opened up in 1906, had a historical designation. Therefore, they could not demolish the hotel and haul it off. They literally had to haul it off all in one piece. So they jacked up the Fairmont Hotel, 3-story brick building, weighing approximately 3,200,000 pounds, strapped with metal straps, put it on dollies and air-filled tires, inching it through the streets of San Antonio for 6 days between March the 30th and April the 4th, 1985. Back then, setting a Guinness Book of World Records for being the largest structure moved through city streets on air-filled tires. Took 6 days to move it, about 6 blocks. Right now it sits on the corners of South Alamo and East Nueva streets. 115 years old, fully functioning, fully operating. You can make reservations and spend the night at the historic Fairmont Hotel. And on my left, up here on the sidewalk, is the statue, right up here on my left. The statue here is of San Antonio de Padua. Donated to the city of San Antonio during the 1968 Hemet Fair World's Fair. Donated by the country of Portugal, because San Antonio de Padua was of Portuguese descent. Back in 1691, Spanish missionaries came through San Antonio. When they came through on the feast day of San Antonio. So they named the newly discovered river in honor of him, and the river had its name for over 330 years. Prior to that, the name of this river was the Yonagwanan River, which means restful waters or spirit waters, given that name by the Payayan Indians, whom historians believe lived along the banks of this river for thousands of years. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that, Captain Nick. Back here we have the Shops of River Center. This mall opened in 1988. The only mall in San Antonio built around the lagoon and the river. If you love to shop, you'll love this mall. Over 1 million square feet. If you're a shopper, you must remain in the boat. We have a beautiful lagoon area back here. Lots of folks love to come back here and visit with friends and family. Lots of food and drink. Inside the mall here is a food court, restaurants on both sides of the river. Here Joey's Chocolate, Marble Slab Ice Cream. That's a great place to hang out, relax, visit with friends and family, and have some food and drink. By the way, our river walk is 15 miles long. Begins 3 miles north of here at the Breckenridge City Park and Zoo. Extends to the last mission, the Espada. Along the 15 miles, you'll find 2,200 acres of parkland, which makes our park larger than New York City. Yeehaw! And on our tour today, you'll see about 2 miles of the 15-mile park.
We just got done doing the boat ride. We just walked by the Alamo there. I was asking people about the basement. They were like, huh? What are you talking about, the basement? So, if you have any idea what I'm talking about with the basement, comment below.
Oh, look, go for a swim real quick?
Yeah, we're going to take a dip. Yep. We're going to go back down by the river walk now, have some lunch, and then I'm going to go back to the dealer and get my damn truck because, yeah, it's time to go back to work. So here we go. So there you guys have it. That was downtown San Antonio. Big shout out to my buddy Jorge for picking me up and kidnapping me from the hotel because, yeah, it was... If you watched last night's live feed, you know. Anyway, but as you can see, I'm in the truck. Got the truck back. So stay tuned for the next video for the bumper reveal and the train whistle reveal. I'll give you a little... You can't really hear it from inside the truck. It's not as loud as I thought it was going to be, but it's really, really cute. From the outside, it's a lot louder. But it's definitely different, like I was going for. But stay tuned for that video. That's next. We'll see you guys next time. Make sure you hit the like button, comment below, subscribe if you haven't, and if you want to help support the channel, there's links in the description box for the Patreon and the Teespring. Yeah, get ready.